This episode of Techno Buffalo is brought to you by Netflix. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the episode of Rettinger's Rants, the show where I rant and rave on something that's pissing me off in the world of technology. And looking back on the year, there's been a lot that has pissed me off. Some I was right about, some I was a little oversensitive, I can admit. But in this kind of year-end episode, I want to wrap up my top 5 favorite rants, or at least top 5 that meant something to me. And there's stories behind each one of them. Let's go ahead and get started. Coming in at number 5 from February 27th, I got ripped apart for this video, and probably rightfully so. It was about the PS4, right during the PS4 announcement, right when Sony sort of first unveiled the console, didn't really unveil much else in the way of details. I was really tough on Sony, and it seemed like they were poised to be overtaken by Microsoft before the Xbox One was announced. Turns out, I was very wrong, and in retrospect probably deserved a lot of the criticism that I got. Some of the comments were a little on the personal side, some of them were pretty accurate. Turns out though, as things would have it, I really love my PS4, and it's probably one of my favorite consoles ever that I've ever had. And certainly I'm using it pretty much every day, not just to play games, but I'm streaming everything from it. I'm using it as my Blu-ray player. I'm really just enjoying it overall. Number 4 from September 2012. I know it's technically not in 2013, but I'm counting it because I think it's still relevant. Samsung, you have too many damn phones. And that is still true. You have too many phones, Samsung. We don't need a mini, a regular, a max. We don't need 19 versions of your camera phones and 16 different Galaxy variants. Just maybe make a few. Yeah, that might be simple. I still hold true with that one. Number 3. This was probably one of my favorites, at least one of the most fun videos to make of the year. And it was just, about 6-ish weeks ago from November 6th. Where's John Q? It was when John came out to visit us here in California. John Q is probably one of my favorite people in the world, and he's probably one of the 3 greatest human beings on the planet. So it's nice to get a chance to see him, to hang out and just talk, and also to let you guys see John on camera again. And I'm hoping that we can convince John to go back in front of the camera because he was pretty awesome on it. Number 2 from July 24th, Techno Buffalo updates. Ashley had just joined us, and you guys were all freaking out about somebody new on the channel. So it was a time when I sat down and I was like, listen guys, we're growing in order to grow, in order to run the business. I can't do every single video. And after that, you guys really embraced Ashley very quickly, and oftentimes embraced her much more than you guys do me even. So that video was sort of personal to me. It was something that was really cool to see the audience kind of grow with Techno Buffalo, and I really appreciated that. And my favorite rants from last year, coming at number 1, was from August 14th, Tech YouTuber Tips. I'd love the chance to share some of the knowledge that I've learned over the years. Some of it's right, some of it's not. But I always feel a duty to give back to the tech community. I think kind of look at it like a fraternity. We sort of have to help each other. It's the same analogy of, all ships rise when there's a high tide. Whenever anybody in the industry does well, it just lends more credibility to what we do as an industry. So I sort of feel obligated to try and help those out there that are just starting. It's much harder to start now than it was back when I was. It's much more crowded. So any way that I can try and give back, I love to do that. I know it wasn't even a rant that came in at number 1. It was just one of my favorite videos to make, and I'm looking forward to being able to provide maybe more tips and maybe help more people get their start on YouTube. It's been a crazy year for rants. I got really angry about a lot of things, and I was thankful for a lot of things, and some things I was irrational about, but that's the point of a rant. It's not always and always make sense, and they weren't always rants, I suppose. It's just something that was on my mind, but Rants and Rettinger do rhyme, so that's where the show name came from. But thank you guys for putting up with it. Thank you guys for watching the show. Thank you again for your support. I can never, ever say that enough. I hope you guys have a nice rest of the year, a nice new year, and have you had nice holidays, and just everything with your life is going well, because I think you guys probably deserve it. So let me just take a minute to thank our friends and sponsors at Netflix. You should watch them. My wife and I are just binging on Netflix, checking out some of the original programming, Orange is the New Black. You want to check out House of Cards next, you too should check out Netflix. Go to netflix.com/buffalo for your free 30-day trial today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy it. Please give it a thumbs up if you choose to. Really appreciate it. Until next time, I am John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo. I'll see you in the next one. What's up, guys? It's John again. Just wanted to let you know that if you liked what you saw, I hope you did, we've got 2 other shows that go live every single week, come rain, shine, sleet, or snow. Ask the Buffalo, where Ashley Escada answers your tech questions, and a rumor roundup, where yours truly tells you about all the best rumors in the gadget world. Click the text below that says subscribe, and check out our other shows by clicking right over here. Till next video, thanks for watching.